I'm your host, Davida Shinsky, and you're listening to Live Without Limits, Reach Personal Success on a Daily Basis. And let me tell you that one of the purpose of this show is to help you overcome any limiting beliefs you have to deal with personal growth and to achieve whatever goal you have for yourself. And remember, all of it depends on you taking control of your life and living the life that you want to live. Today's presentation is 5 ways to take care of your emotional well being. Humans are complex beings. We are a beautiful blend of different aspects, including physical, spiritual, and emotional, all of which are equally important for our overall well being. Most of us tend to focus on the physical aspect of our well being, probably because that is the part that we get to see every day. However, when you neglect the other parts, such as they are still being damaged by us. Defining emotional health is not as easy as defining physical health. The National Institutes of Health state that the emotional health is the ability to successfully handle life stresses and adapt to change in difficult times. Just as we feel it when we are physically unwell, we also feel it when we are emotionally unwell. When struggling with emotional wellness, one might experience low self esteem, inability to control emotions, being irritable, healthy eating and drinking habits, self isolation, unwanted negative feelings, irregular sleeping patterns. Sadly, not all of us know how to take care of and improve our emotional well being. Below are some tips, or we will discuss some tips that can help you improve your emotional health. So, 5 ways to improve your emotional health. Stay active. Exercising regularly is good for both physical and mental health. It helps alleviate symptoms of poor mental health, such as depression and anxiety. Our bodies release endorphins that improve our mood and, in turn, our general well being and productivity, even on days when you don't feel like getting up and working out. Push yourself, and your mental and physical well being will thank you for it. Being in control of your body and constantly pushing your limits also makes you feel in control, thereby enhancing your ability to cope. Appropriately express your emotions. Emotions can be overwhelming, and learning how to understand and communicate them effectively is not something that we can do overnight. Be patient with yourself as you learn to identify your feelings. Once you have mastered that, the next step is to express them appropriately. Often we misplace our emotions and direct them to the wrong person. For instance, when you are not happy with how your boss or colleague spoke to you at work, you might find yourself shouting at your partner or your kids because you are unhappy. Feeling unhappy about such a situation is a valid feeling, but these feelings should not be directed at the wrong person, but rather at the appropriate person. You should communicate with your colleague about how they made you feel rather than redirecting your negative emotions to your family. Failure to direct emotions to the relevant person might ruin the other good relationships you have. Prioritize your mental health between trying to stay alive and afford a standard lifestyle and a social life. There is a lot going on, and sometimes we don't have the time for our mental health. Most of us survive on cruise control, and focusing on our mental health sounds like a luxury that we can't afford. And yet, that is the most important thing that you need to be aware of. Because if your mental health suffers, then everything else suffers as well. When you plan your week, remember to leave a slot for yourself and your mental health. Set time aside to do the things that recharge your mental battery. This could be some time alone, a hot bath, or just a time to watch your favorite TV show. Before being emotionally available for others, be available for yourself. Improve your sleeping patterns. Remember when you were young and we had to take naps at least once during the day? Those were fun times, and I wish I was allowed to nap at work as well. Unfortunately, most of us don't have the pleasure of taking naps during the day, so we need to ensure our sleeping patterns grant us the much needed rest that we deserve and have and abide to a strict bedtime routine. Try your best to go to bed at the same time every night and wake up at the same time every morning. Reducing screen time before bedtime has been shown to also reduce stress levels. Be grateful. Finally, your life is not perfect. And there surely are some wonderful things worth being grateful for, rather than dwelling on all the things that are not going your way, which you most likely can't fix. Focus on the good. When you find yourself overwhelmed by your problems, name any three things that you are grateful for. This gratitude mindset will help you realize that things are so much better than you realize. You can improve your mental well being. In most communities, mental health is a taboo topic that is poorly understood and never discussed. As a result, most people do not know that they can improve their psychological well being. They lose touch that aspect of themselves and become convinced that they can't do anything about it. And I hope that this presentation is a reminder that you control your emotional well being. Being emotionally healthy doesn't mean that you will be smiling every minute of every single day or that you are always happy. It simply means that you are able to handle your emotions well. In everything that you do, remember to always be kind to yourself. And for many years, this was a topic that was never even talked about. But the one good thing about the pandemic it's brought about is that it's helped us to open up and talk about mental health issues and how to deal with any emotional problems that you're having which affect your mental health and well-being.